Well, here we go again, getting after this truck. Finally found me a dash, so I'm going to go ahead and rip this old one out. Let me show you what we got going on. Yeah, I'll leave it this way. You can see the old dash there, 99 to 03 style column. Over here, I picked this up at the local junkyard for pretty cheap, so I grabbed it. That's just a rag sitting there, but kind of a wreck of parts right now. A few over there, hanging out all over the shop. We'll get this pulled out and show you how to put in the new one. I'll be back with you then. Well, there you have it. Got the dash out. This is the one that was in there here, and I'll show you the replacement that we're putting in, the newer style. So this came out of a 2013. Of course, this one's a 99 over here. So I'll get that cleaned up a little bit. I think for today we're just going to set it in and see how it fits and see what we're going to need to get it in right. But for now, we'll get it in there and I'll get back to you and show you how it looks. Well, here we are back again. Got the new dash in. I just threw the panels in. These two here, the center one, that bottom one, the airbag and the glove box. I just threw them in for looks, but it's not fully mounted, and I think I'm going to upgrade to the newer air box so that the air ducts fit right and the AC works well. But that's what the new dash is going to look like in there. So you won't be able to tell when it's all said and done what year it is, unless you know them. Yeah, so there it is, and we'll get some more done and show you what else we got. Here we are again. I got the dash pulled out again, just sitting here out of the way. But this is the AC, what they call the AC condenser housing, I believe. That goes to your heating vents and has your blower fan and your AC condenser in it, and a few little actuators and things that work with the heater controls. Now this is a vacuum controlled unit out of this style. And over here I went down to the wrecking yard this morning and found this one. This is the newer style unit. AC and heat are all inside the cab. So you have your AC lines here and also your heater core. See, it goes over here to this side, and your blower fans under there. And this style, as you can see, is a little bit different. This is what fits the newer dash. So and of course there's some other actuators and things on it. We'll clean it up before we put it in. But my goal is to get this installed into this truck so that it matches this dash. That way we can use the heater controls and have all the amenities that this dash has in this cab, so they work together and so that the dash fits correctly on the box. So I'll get this old one out and we'll get back. Well, we got us a mess now. Had to gut everything off the firewall there, pulled the dash back off. It's just sitting here, and I have got me a mess of parts all over the shop here, all over here, over here. Now the front end, I pulled everything off, the inner fenders, the outer, the fender itself, and everything in here, all this across here. And again, all this is gutted. The heater box is out of the outside here, and the fender's off. So short of pulling these bolts right here, you can see that's one of the bolts that holds the front end here. And that's the other one there. I'll pull those two bolts once we get these spot welds all drilled out. I'll give you a close up here. There's spot welds here, spot welds here, and then across all of this. And we got to get all those to get the nose off. And while we're doing that, we've figured out that the firewall for this older style isn't going to work with this heater box. That section over there with the two big holes in it. And the newer one is stamped out a lot further, because on the newer one, the heater box and AC box are the same unit. They all go inside. This is the AC condenser, and then the heater cores. You can kind of see these other lines that come over here and go in here for the heater core. So to put that new box in, we're gonna have to drill out and replace the firewall from here up to, you can kind of see the seam right there. It goes up behind this support. It goes up under there, and on the outside I'll show you. If you look, it comes up here and it pinch welds up this way. So we'll have to drill all that out across there, down the sides here, and then across the bottom section of it. And we'll pull that whole firewall out right there and replace it with the correct one to match the components we're using. Now that's another thing that'll do for us, is set us up for the 6.7 engine. So we might just go that route since we're going to be that close. Once we've done that, as you can see, the engine is all unhooked. The whole wiring harness is out of it. Everything's removed. So at this point, it's going to be easier to go ahead and just pull it out, and might be just as simple to drop a new one in. So I guess at this point, it's going to be a matter of getting a spot weld drill bit, which we're still struggling to locate one, but I'll get one here in the next day or two, I'm sure. But I'll when I get to doing some of that, maybe I'll video me pulling the motor out, or the engine out, I should say, or whatever we get to next. But we're making some progress now. I'll jump back in when we're back at it. Well guys, finally went and tracked myself down a spot weld drill bit. Look what we got going on here. I got the whole firewall out of this thing and the nose all drilled out. I can show you a little bit of that. If you look here, all these are drilled out. The firewall went on the back side here, went up here. So the drill holes are through this panel, and then this is what the other panel is going to look like. They have they'll leave the weld so you can grind that off clean after you drill them out. But I had to drill out all of these across here. This is the side of the firewall, and of course for the nose of the truck, you can see there was some here on the inside, some up here, all across there. The nose is kind of sitting over there on that pile of parts for now. But as you can see, all across here, the hump there, and then the side, we had to drill all of those spot welds out all the way around there to get that firewall out. And this side over here. So now we got ourselves a cab without a firewall and without a nose. So we've got a, I don't know, half a 6-door cab, something like that. But I'll go get the new nose pieces. Maybe I'll get some video of that, drilling that out. And I've got another cab that's been rolled, and so I'm going to use that. That firewall is in good shape, and the nose structure is in good shape. So I'm going to strip that all apart and use that to attach to this cab. Then we'll be able to use this heater box and that dashboard, and we'll have the 11 to 16 nose on the truck. And yeah, so I'll get as far as I can with that, and get you some more videos out. Thanks for watching.